Letting go doesn't always feel like some big dramatic breakthrough. Sometimes it just feels quiet. Like one day you realize you didn't think about them for a few hours, or you hear a song that used to destroy you and it only stings a little. That's what real healing looks like. And today, I want to show you the signs you might be letting go quietly, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Because I know what it's like to think, why am I still not over this? When in reality, you're further than you think. Welcome back to another video. I'm Dylan, and this week we're talking about the quiet signs you're healing. Not the kind of signs people post as inspirational quotes on Instagram, but the messy, subtle, very real indicators that your heart is starting to move forward, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. Let's get into it. Number 1. You stop trying to prove your side of the story. At one point, you needed people to understand. You replayed conversations in your head. You wrote out texts you never sent. You imagined finally getting to say, "See, I wasn't crazy." But now, that urgency is fading. You might still get triggered or upset, but the need to convince them or others isn't driving you anymore. That's healing. That's starting to reclaim your peace without needing permission. Number 2, you don't check their social media anymore. At least not as often. Let's be real. Most of us have done the just one little peek thing. It doesn't mean you're toxic, it means you're human. Especially after narcissistic abuse, where the trauma bond can make your brain crave connection and closure at the same time. But maybe now, you don't go looking as much. You catch yourself scrolling and go, what am I doing? Or maybe you even block them. Either way, that habitual pull is weakening. That's how the process starts. Quietly, gradually, almost without noticing. Number 3, you've gone longer between breakdowns. This one doesn't get enough credit. There was a time you couldn't go a day without crying. You'd spiral at night, feel like you couldn't breathe, reread old texts just to torture yourself. Now, maybe it still hurts, but you've gone 2 days without crying, or a week. Maybe you caught yourself laughing the other day and realized you hadn't done that in a while. Healing isn't linear, but when the breakdowns space out, even if they still hit hard, you're moving forward. Number 4, you can talk about it without falling apart. Not always, not perfectly, but there's a difference between telling the story with tears streaming down your face and being able to say, yeah, that happened, and it really messed me up, but I'm working on it. If you're able to talk to a friend, a therapist, or even journal about it and not spiral into a dark place every single time, you're healing. And this is a big one, because narcissistic abuse often leaves you doubting your entire perception of reality. So, the ability to speak your truth calmly, even shakily, is a sign you're starting to take your power back. Number 5, you catch yourself imagining a future that doesn't include them. You used to fantasize about them coming back, about fixing it, about them finally being who they pretended to be in the beginning. Now, you imagine being on a beach, or in your own place, or dating again. Not them, just someone better. You start thinking about your peace, your goals, your life. It might surprise you the first time it happens. You might even feel guilty for it. But that shift in vision, that's letting go quietly. Your heart daring to hope for something new. Hey, quick reminder. If this is resonating with you at all, don't minimize it. Healing doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it's just silence instead of chaos. Sometimes it's a Tuesday where you didn't text them, or a moment where you chose peace instead of proving your point. That's what it looks like when you're letting go quietly. If you're in that phase, drop a comment that just says quietly, so I know you're here. And if you're working on getting there, drop letting go. Let's support each other in the comments. Let's keep going. Number 6, you've stopped romanticizing the good times. At first, it's all you could see. The vacations, the cuddles, the way they looked at you that one time. Your brain clung to those like life rafts. But lately, you're remembering other things too. The way they made you feel small. The lies, the manipulation, the way they never really said sorry unless they wanted something. You're seeing the full picture, not just the highlight reel. Even if you still miss parts of it, the illusion is starting to break. That's growth. That's truth coming back online. Number 7, you're more focused on your own growth than what they're doing. Instead of wondering if they've moved on, if they're happy, or if they're love bombing their next target, you're starting to turn inward. Maybe you're journaling. Maybe you're going for walks. Maybe you're just trying to remember what you like to eat for dinner now that no one's controlling your every move. It doesn't matter how big or small the step is. When your energy starts shifting back to yourself, that's not selfish, that's sacred. That's one of the clearest signs you're quietly moving forward. Number 8, you're setting boundaries in new relationships. This one right here, it's huge. If you've found yourself saying, I don't put up with that anymore, or I'm not going to ignore my gut this time, that's healing in action. Even if you're still scared, even if your voice shakes when you say no, healing doesn't always mean you're done with triggers. It means you're learning how to respond to them. And when you start applying lessons from your past pain to protect your future, you're not just letting go quietly. You're rewriting your future. Number 9, you're not triggered by every reminder anymore. The song, the TV show, the place you used to go together, those used to send you spiraling. And now, maybe they still hit, but they don't control your whole day anymore. You might flinch or feel a lump in your throat, but then you keep driving, or you change the song, or you pause, breathe, and move forward. That's strength. That's your nervous system stabilizing. It's what healing looks like from the inside out. And finally, number 10, you're starting to forgive yourself. This one's the hardest, and it usually comes last. Because even when we've let go of them, we're still carrying shame about how long we stayed. We replay every red flag we ignored, every time we silenced our intuition, every excuse we made. But maybe now you're starting to say, I didn't know better. I was trying to love someone who didn't know how to receive it. Or even, I see how strong I was for surviving. That shift, that's letting go quietly of the blame you've been carrying. You're not being weak for loving them. You're being brave for learning to love yourself again. Letting go isn't some magical moment where you wake up and feel nothing. It's subtle. It's gradual. It's quiet. It's realizing the person who once took up every inch of your brain doesn't live there rent-free anymore. It's going a full day without crying. It's texting a friend instead of your ex. It's choosing peace over answers you'll never get. So, if you saw yourself in even one of these signs, please hear me when I say, you're letting go quietly. You're healing, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Let me know in the comments which one of these signs showed up in your life lately. Or is there a moment you had recently where you thought, wait, maybe I'm actually moving on? And if you're still deep in it, if none of these signs have shown up yet, keep going. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just in the messy middle. And I promise healing will show up for you too. Thanks for being here with me today. If this helped you, feel free to share it with someone else who's struggling to let go. And I'll see you in the next one.